Hey everyone, this is Gummy Shark Guy, and I've got some big updates for both the channel and just life in general. I actually relocated. I moved. I was based in California, in Southern California, and now I'm in the Denver area. I have joined the filthy California exodus that Colorado and Texas has had to house the refugees for. And yeah, as you can tell by the title, I made the move without my collections. So my wife and I, we basically did just like the college student move, where it's just whatever we can fit in the car, and let's fucking send it, you know? So it's I mean, I prioritized my film equipment. So that was kind of my mindset going into it, because that's going to be more expensive to replace. And it'll still, I can make content. I can still make content with the equipment. I can't make content if I have, like the figures or the games or what have you, without a camera, without the lights. And I didn't even bring everything. I mean, as you could see, I don't have a green screen. So it's I mean, I'm not gonna say that we're roughing it, because we're still, first world country. We're living in luxury just by virtue of being here for the most part. But yeah, but it's the channel's gonna be really stripped down for a while. It's I mean, I'm sure if any of you are subscribed to my Electric Luchador channel, there's been no activity there for for months now, and I'm supposed to be doing the living my year by the Sanrio calendar, so that's definitely gonna have a stopper put on that for now. I'll probably do it next year and see what other content I can drum up for that channel, which shouldn't be hard. There's so many beautiful things to do here in Colorado that I'm sure I can drum up enough lifestyle content to keep that channel going. But as far as this one's gonna be a lot harder, because uh well, it's when it comes to making content about video games, I try to resist emulation as much as possible. I have nothing against emulation. I have, like I have Raspberry Pis set up as RetroPies. I have, a whole library of ROMs on my laptop, which are all legal backups of games that I already own. Piracy is illegal. Don't break the law, kids. But I really pride myself on working on original hardware. I have a one chip Super Nintendo. I have, the Sega Genesis. I have a PS1, PS2, an N64, all that kind of stuff. And I splurge on specialty cables from like HD Retrovision to be able to pull the most image quality out of those consoles. And since I don't have that equipment with me, I don't have the games, I don't have the consoles, and I don't have the cables. I really want to preserve that, just that practice of staying on original hardware. And so there's going to be kind of a change, a temporary change in format until I'm able to get all of that equipment here. There's no telling how long that's going to take, because U-Hauls and pods are really fucking expensive. And also, like, space is kind of limited where I'm living right now. Uh, but I mean, I'll figure something out. In the meantime, there are plenty of other games that I could be playing that may not necessarily be retro, but with stuff like He-Man, Dragon Pearl of Destruction, and Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch coming out, there's plenty of retro style games for me to play. And even then, the channel's never been a stranger to playing like more modern games. I mean, back before I accidentally deleted my channel, I had playthroughs of the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, Far Cry 5. So it'll be a little bit of a shift, but not too much. There's just going to be like the noticeable omission of retro gaming for a little bit. I'm not going to go so far as to say that the channel is going to be bare bones. I mean, I did bring the majority of my equipment. There's just maybe like a couple of things that I left behind just due to space in the car. But I mean, like my wife and I, we brought our computers. We brought like the Switch and the Switch 2. We brought this stupid motherfucker. And yeah, we have kind of the bare minimum plus a little more of what each of us needs for our like hobbies and our production and all that. But I just kind of wanted to come up here and just communicate what's been going on and kind of what's happening behind the scenes on the content that you guys are going to be seeing. That being said, yeah, the content. So given that I don't have my collections with me, like I said, I did bring my my PC, my gaming laptop, so I have access to my whole Steam library that I can use for videos and for streams, which the stream is coming back. Tentatively, I'm thinking just like an hour Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. That, I'm gonna try to figure that out, see where that goes. In addition, I am still collecting. I'm not rebuying any of my collection because it's not like I lost it. I just need to find a way to bring it over. But I am still collecting. I am still hunting for action figures. Retro game hunting is going to be put on pause. I think if anything, I'll probably get another PlayStation 2 just because I like to double up on consoles. Don't ask me why. That's kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of just how I work, where like I have one and I'm like, cool, now I just need like a second one to have as a backup, or if two different people want to play, two different games at the same time, something like that. So I'll probably get another PS2 because I only have one of those, and that's I think the only console that I only have one of. And so there might be some content with that. It shouldn't be hard for me to get some component cables. But there's still action figures coming out. I do have some new WWE figures. There was a new Shawn Michaels Elite that came out. Some new He-Man figures based on like the Edgy 2003 reboot. I've got a new controller and just like little things like that. I also have a couple of pieces of film equipment that I haven't really used before. Things like a slider and a pan and tilt module that I haven't really had a place for in these kinds of videos, but since what got me into film was the prospect of narrative filmmaking, and what the fuck am I waiting for? It's been so long since I've done any of that yeah, I'm gonna be getting back into that. For that, I'm gonna be starting a new channel, kind of all over the place right now. But for that, I'm gonna be starting a new channel. I have been writing a lot more, so I'm gonna be uploading readings of my short stories, and if I can, try to adapt some of them, like the more doable ones, into short films. And so look forward to that. The tentatively the channel is going to be called Will of Hearts, and once that's up and running, keep an eye on my Twitter or X's, whatever the fuck, and you'll see the updates for that. Now, as far as the Electric Luchador channel goes, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get another episode of the podcast recorded because oh boy, has there has been a lot going on, and definitely it's gonna cover some things that are kind of, I guess you could consider old news by now, but there's just some really big things that Kanon and I feel like we want to talk about. You're also going to see some more lifestyle content on that. It's one of the factors that informed my move over to where I am is that there's a lot more wilderness here. There's a lot more just like natural beauty. And so things like, hiking and hunting and fishing and all of that. These are things that I've wanted to do in California, but it was always so far away or so crowded or so whatever. And so that's going to be a great source of content for the Electric Luchador channel. It's still in the planning stages. Like I said, like this first month has just kind of been settling in, getting used to scheduling, commutes, unpacking and all of that. So I'm not gonna say wait for an explosion of content. Just kind of I'm gonna try to keep it just a drip feed as I kind of get back into the swing of just into the workflow of filming, editing, publishing, and all that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. The Will of Hearts channel is something that I've been wanting to start for a while. Um, Electric Luchador has just been by the wayside for too long, and I mean even my content on here, like the past 3 videos I did, were supposed to be my backlog, my cushion, and those are already up and out in the wild. So I gotta get off my ass. I gotta make this work. And it's it's I'm not here to like give people advice, but I just want to offer this because it's super simple, but just one of the easiest things you can do to kind of initiate a change in your life. Like if you have a list of things that you wanted to do, for me, I had the videos, the different channels. Moving here was always in the cards. It was just, there was never a concrete plan. Just ask yourself, what the fuck am I waiting for? And whatever your answer is to that, that's your next step. And if you don't have an answer, which I didn't, then fuck it, I guess. I'd load up the car and let's rock. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sure I forgot something. I had like some notes written down, but it doesn't feel organic to be like, okay, what do I got next? But like I said, I just wanted to be open and transparent with what's going on here. If it's, I mean, if this matters to any of you, so far it's been great. Um, I'm not going to say that I was an unhappy person because I wasn't, but I can definitely see just the potential in my life here moving forward. for me to be the happiest I've ever been. And it's like standing, I feel like I'm standing at the foot of a mountain right now that I just can't wait to start climbing. And I'm grateful to have, you guys watching at home here on the journey with me. It's, this channel and just YouTube in general has always been about just doing what I love. And, I love action figures, I love video games. And, with the Electric Luchador channel, I love punk rock. I love freedom. I love freedom of thought. I love the outdoors. I love cooking, all of that. And then for Will of Hearts now, I can share my other love with you guys, which is writing and just crafting stories and the narrative side of the filmmaking that I do here. And all of it just sounds so exciting, so exciting to do. And yeah, so like always, thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out because this shit is gonna get real and it's gonna get fun. You guys be excellent to each other.